Hello everyone. The purpose of today's video is to go over how to integrate your VirtualBox VM into your GNS3 topology. Let's look over the objectives for today's video. I will show you how to disable your VirtualBox DHCP server, which is enabled by default and can be quite cumbersome to disable in some instances. How to connect your virtual machine into your GNS3 topology. How to obtain a DHCP address from the router in your GNS3 topology, and then finally test connectivity. I will assume that you all have a basic understanding of how VMs work and how to work with the Oracle VirtualBox software and edit basic settings of your VM. That being said, let's go ahead and open up our Oracle VirtualBox Manager, and first thing you'll want to do is go to File, Preferences, Network, host-only adapter, and add a couple host-only Ethernet adapters by clicking the plus symbol to the right. What this will do is actually install a logical host-only interface in your Windows operating system, which we will use later on to tie the VM into your GNS3 topology. Once you have the host-only adapters created, you'll want to assign one to your VM. I have a Windows XP VM running for the purpose of today's video. You'll want to open the settings of your VM, and under the network tab, you'll want to select host-only adapter. You'll notice a bunch of options here, and that will perform PAT, port address translation, to your physical adapter, which is good for providing connectivity to the VM, but not for tying it into GNS3. You also see bridged, which will basically bridge the logical interfaces together so that the VM will be seen as a unique device on the network. Again, we're not interested in that. So we'll go ahead and select host-only adapter, select the one of your choice, and hit OK. Next thing we'll want to do is disable DHCP, which is on by default on each of those host-only adapters which we created. There's a couple ways to do this. The way that I like best is by opening up a command window here under C, Program Files in Oracle, holding Shift, right-clicking the folder, open command window here. Once you have it there, you will issue a couple VBox manage commands. First one will show you a list of DHCP servers that are active. As you can see, mine are already disabled, but if you see any enabled, make note of their name and then use this command here to disable them. VBox manage DHCP server remove --, net name, and then in parentheses enter the name exactly as you see it here. Alright, now let's have a look at the topology for today's exercise. You'll see here pretty basic topology. You have I'm running a 2691 here in the middle between two clouds. Don't pay attention to this cloud on the right, that's for a later video. We'll be focused on this cloud here on the left. So what you do is you want to drag and drop your cloud in here, connect it up to your environment, and you'll want to edit the settings of this cloud. First thing I like to do is change the name so that I know exactly what I'm dealing with, something like that. Then what you'll want to do is under the Ethernet tab, you'll want to drop down and select the host-only adapter which you have tied into your VM. For our purposes, it's here. Then you'll want to click Add, and it will shoot down here. Hit Apply, and you're good to go. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and configure DHCP in our GNS3 topology so that our VM can get an IP address. So to do that, we'll open up a console to router 1, and we will issue a couple commands. And just to go over what we did here, I just configured the interface. I configured the DHCP pool, a couple DHCP options, an excluded range so there's no overlaps, and if all went according to plan, we should be able to get an IP address on our VM. Let's have a look. And there we go. So we now have our Windows XP VM tied in to our network using a VirtualBox host-only adapter in the cloud feature in GNS3. The next video I will go over how to connect this whole topology to the internet.